not making multiple shots right now. You know, there's multiple people who also aren't making shots around the world. You know, Curry's my favorite player. He doesn't make every three, but he's gonna keep shooting them. So I got to keep shooting them, and then they're gonna fall. Once they fall, it's just the season's gonna be way better than it is now.
How easy is it, like she said, to, you know, when they're not falling, to just say, hey, I'm going to do all the other things, play defense. You had 3 steals tonight. You had 4 assists. You had 9 rebounds. You know, a breakaway.
Right.
Are you priding yourself in doing the other things?
Yeah, it's just can't really limit yourself to one thing. If you're not making shots, that doesn't mean you just shut down and not do anything else. And I want to play, so anything you tell me to do on the court, I'm going to do it because I want to play as much as I can. So if I'm not making shots, I said it in the last week too, I can play defense, I can rebound, I can pass. So we're just taking advantage of every opportunity I can to help my teammates win, and you know, it worked tonight, so just got to keep going.
We're talking about your offense being more decisive and free-flowing tonight. Did you feel like it was better out there on the court tonight than it was in the past couple games? And did you feel like it was more open spacing for the shooters?
Yeah, it was better. Really just making some quick decisions, like you said, not really being stagnant. Making the right play, right pass, not really trying to hold the ball. Because defense rotates. The quicker you pass, the quicker you have to move. And Otega can get it downhill, Collin can make a shot, DA can get downhill. It just opens the floor up everywhere. So.
We talked to Mark after the game about you. He said a lot of great things about your play. Also said that there's still some development to be done, that they need you to be great, was his words. What does that say to you, you know, about your role in this team and how your coaches value you?
It shows that he has a lot of trust in me. It shows that he really cares for me and my game. He wants me to be the best player I can be. So that's improving in all areas. Rebounding, passing, getting downhill, making threes, making layups, dunks, whatever. So it really shows that he cares about his players, and I'm going to keep doing everything I can to get better in every aspect that I can.
Cam, did you call bank on that 3 there before halftime?
I did not. I'm not even going to lie, I did not. I just wanted to make the shot.
Was that the play call for you to get up or get down court quick and try and fire up a shot, or
really just catch it and look ahead if I could pass ahead, because we only had 3 seconds. So I only take a couple dribbles, and nobody was there, so I just had to take a dribble, and then I seen it was like 1.5 seconds left or whatever. So I just had to shoot it.
When it left your hand, did you think it was going in? Or?
I knew it was going in as it was like heading down. It was going to hit the glass. I was like, oh yeah, that's in. So I was ready.
When did you hear that you were getting to start? What did you feel when you heard that?
I heard it yesterday in practice. It felt good that, you know, my hard work kind of shows, my effort, energy, stuff like that. But regardless if I start or not, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just ready to win the game. So I got to go to the bench again and just get back in the game and provide energy and be the spark that I am. I'm going to keep doing it. So really just doing whatever I can to help the team win.
Do you consider yourself an energy guy, and what does that mean to you?
I feel like I can be that role. You know, I'm trying my best to be that role, actually, you could say. What it means, I'd say just diving on the floor, loose ball, getting a block, getting a steal. Once you make that one play, the whole momentum swings and everyone wants to play hard. So just any play I can do that, I'm going to do that.
That group you started out with tonight seemed to have really good flow to it. Do you feel like you got into a groove with those guys?
Yeah, you know, we practice against each other and with each other every day. So it's not really that difficult to build chemistry like that. And we all know how everyone plays, so it's really just plugging in the pieces.
Cam, you can tell the atmosphere of Rupp Arena. People get really excited late in the game. You guys are up big. You put in the walk-ons. Walker takes a couple shots there. I just wanted to ask you first, for the players, is that as exciting for you guys too? You know, seeing those go up and.
No, very excited. I pray Walker makes one of these threes. The whole building's gonna go crazy. I might dive on the floor like I did for Collin's dunk. So I'm really just. I'm ready for that to happen. And I need Zach to get a dunk too.
And with that,
back into Lexington, and obviously we went back to our routine and stuff like that. I mean, we watched our film, we practiced, but it wasn't heavy. You know, I know we all just itching for that next big game. You know, to go out there and improve and do better. But I mean, we just gotta be where our feet are. But it wasn't heavy.
What do you see your role personally as a leader on this team as?
You know, I just gotta be that consistent piece. You know, I'm gonna go out there and play hard, bring good effort, have a high motor, and I feel like everything else will fall into place. But I'm trying to bring that consistency in terms of my game, both sides of the ball.
Do you have to step up any more vocally, or do you feel like you're doing that already?
Nah, there's always room for improvement. I definitely think I could be more vocal on the court, because I'm such a lead by example kind of guy that I tend to get quiet sometimes, but I'm trying to get out of that and be more vocal.
There was a play, you guys were up by like 22, 25. BG threw an outlet pass out of bounds. I think going to a 2 to timeout.
Yeah.
And it looked like from where we were, you kind of got on him. Dude, just kind of what was that? And is that just kind of like you gotta stay with it? You gotta, no matter what the score is.
Yeah, it don't matter who we playing. If we playing 5th graders or the best team in the country, like. I feel like I just told him that was a play that we got to capitalize on. Like, I was open, the NBA was open, so I just told him, like, bro, we got to capitalize on that play. Like, I know we up 20 plus, but all those possessions matter. And he knew it too in the moment that he had a simple play to make. Collin on the other side too, so he could have hit Collin, and Collin could have kicked it up, but. Those are plays that BG can make. So it was just more of me telling him, like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta complete the play.
Is that the type of thing, especially with Jalen out, that the 5 guys on the court need to kind of step up for each other in those situations?
Definitely, we all gotta be playmakers. J-Lo's our best playmaker by far. So with him out, we all have to do our part in making plays for teammates. Obviously, we can make plays for each other, for ourselves, but. We gotta make plays we gotta make the game easier for everybody.
I mean the vocal part of it, what you did.
Oh yeah. I mean, even with J-Lo out, like, he's still talking, he's still being super vocal, so we're not missing that piece. But definitely, everyone got to step up and hold each other accountable.
Pope called himself a terrible loser today, and so that he gets pissy and he hits rock bottom. How do you, as a player, respond to kind of his emotions after a loss like that?
What, him being down?
When he's down, like, do you pick him up? Do you get down with him? Like, how do you grieve as he's grieving?
Well, with Coach Pope, I feel like he's really only like in that mood like right after the game. He does a good job of like flushing it quick. Although maybe he may not have flushed it, but at least once he gets around us, he's always talking about the next thing that we could do to get better and how we need to respond. That's the biggest thing he always says. So. I mean, even us as players, we hate losing. So, I mean, we feel the same emotions that he's feeling. But, I mean, he does a really good job of turning it and just uplifting us. Like, obviously, we wanted the game to go a certain way, and we didn't do that. Like, we suck. Like, he would say stuff like that. We suck, but that means we could always improve. So.
What is he doing? Is he yelling at you immediately afterwards, or how is he reacting?
I mean, it's a whole coaching staff, so it's not only just him talking. He could get there, but I mean, the other coaching staffs could get there too. So it's more of a staff effort, I'd say. It's not just him.
He talked to us tonight and said that I believe if we want to be great, Cam has to be great.
Facts.
Kind of a step towards that tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what he was doing was crazy. I think he's probably second best defender we got in terms of like his athletic ability. And then once you start hitting shots, like, it's just gonna be a matchup nightmare because he's at the 4th spot right now. So I feel like for him, for like the whole offense to really go the way it's supposed to go and mesh and gel, I feel like he's gonna be a big piece for that.
Okay, we were just talking to Otega. We were just talking to Collin. He said he needs you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like you need each other?
Oh, we all need each other. I mean, in tough games, easy games, like no one could do it by themselves. So we always have to uplift each other, play as a team, because I mean, it's easy to guard just one person if the other team, just focuses on one person and you're playing that way. So, I mean, we all need each other. We all have to play unselfishly, and that's probably what he means. And that's
he had a bunch of great plays where teams have kind of been like, their game plan has been, if O gets the ball, when he gets in paint, everyone turn around, who cares who you're guarding, go to Otega, right? And they did a little bit of that today, but he was so good at getting to the paint and finding guys, which I think once we started hitting threes, opened it up for him. And I mean, even at the beginning of the game, there's only so much you can do to stop a guy like Otega getting to the hoop. you can try as much as you want, and I think once we start spacing the floor, hitting shots, it helps him a lot.
Coach Pope talks about how he's not good at losing. You know, he comes in, he's in a bad mood. How quickly do you guys see that put that behind him, I guess, after a loss?
Yeah, well, he's like all of us. He's a competitor. He loves the game as well, and I would say as bad as he is at losing, he's also great at learning from those things and helping us learn and take the positive route of we're going to just go get better, because there's nothing we can really do about any of the losses that happen. So we're just going to go get better.
Were there any voices maybe that were a little bit louder in the locker room coming, not Tuesday night, but between Tuesday night and now, maybe stepping up more in a leadership role or a more vocal role?
I don't know. I can't give specific examples, but what I can say is our response as a team was great in wanting to just keep playing, wanting to just get back to it. I don't feel like we've had much bad responses to the loss. We're just trying to get better, and I think everybody's on the same page there, and we're continuing to learn each other. So,
do you think, especially with Jalen out, do you think there needs to be a primary leader or a loud voice, I guess, on the court?
I think there needs to be a lot of loud voices on the court because everybody sees the game differently, and one guy can't see everything that's going on. So when we huddle, everybody's talking about what they're seeing, so we can all come together and figure it out together, and that's been super important for our team and something we practice at practice. And ever since we stepped on campus, we practice talking to each other. We practice expressing what we're seeing and talking it out. And so I think a collective voice is just as important as one.
Is this team maybe a little bit differently than last year's team in that regard? In that, like, Lamont wasn't the loudest guy, but he'd had a lot of experience. Andrew had had a lot of Kobe down the line.
For sure, there's a lot of experience, but I would say it might be something our coaches are encouraging, but it was similar in we had to practice everybody talking because we didn't have too many loud guys last year. I would say more quiet guys, and it was a learning process as well. It's, I think, similar to this year actually, and we're learning to talk and lead as a collective group.
Coach Pope said tonight that if we're going to be great, we need Cam to be great.
Yeah,
is that something that you see in practice?
100%. I thought Cam was awesome tonight. I thought he played super well. He just he does so many things that a lot of guys can't do with how athletic he is and how he can space the floor. He makes the game easier for everybody else because of the gravity that he pulls when he's on offense and his length and rebounding on defense. And so, yeah, I agree.
What's it do when you guys have Malachi and BG on the court at the same time?
Well, I would say that's one underexplored rotation that was new and I think could be functional for us, and obviously Coach wants to explore that, and so yeah, it'd be exciting. I'm excited to work with that a little bit more.
Collin, we hear coaches